Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, our lecturer, Mr. Wilson, and our colleagues. Today, we are here to present about cloud computing and to implement cloud computing in IGS University. And we are going to talk about the risks associated with it, the advantages, the adoption methods, and also we have calculated some business costs according to 3 scenarios, which we have used is 2 GB storage space, 4 GB storage space, and 8 GB storage space for cloud computing. Now, I'll pass it on to Ms. Shalini to introduce.
Yes, thank you. As the technology advancement and innovation are increasing, it is important to make use of them to maximize profit in any of the business. Besides that, cloud computing can be an important innovation to maximize growth of education business. Cloud computing is required to meet the increasing demands of the student and also the lecturers in the university. These are the content in our presentation slides. We have stated how to implement cloud computing in the universities and also the advantages of cloud computing in the university. Besides that, we have also stated the risks of using cloud computing. And these are the calculations that we have calculated: the payback period, the net present value, internal rate of return, and the profitability index. And lastly, we have stated the sensitivity analysis of cloud computing. The purpose of this presentation is to emphasize on developing a new plan for IGS University to implement cloud computing, and also the university requires to manage student data, staff data, equipment data, and financial data by decreasing its operation and capital expenditure. Next, there are 3 scenarios of cloud computing data storage to consider for the sensitivity analysis and to validate the assumption. Lastly, business costs are calculated for 3 scenarios of data storage in the cloud computing as for 2 GB, 4 GB, and 8 GB. Next, I will pass it to Ms. Amalia.
Okay, as you know, our presentation is about cloud computing. Okay, what is cloud computing? Cloud computing is a centralized bank providing infrastructures like servers, data storage, and processing hosted on the internet. And it is a concept of sharing computing resources rather than purchasing servers and other devices to handle applications that will reduce the cost of the system. And also, the third one is it has the ability to run a program as well as applications according to the customer's need. So this will satisfy the demand of the customers and also the university. Okay, cloud computing is an attractive option for delivering education services more securely, reliably, and also economically. Okay, the university authorities should understand that the infrastructures required to implement toward university operation on internet, like student registration online database interaction with libraries, and also learning management systems. Okay, as you see here, these are the advantages of cloud computing. Okay, the advantages of cloud computing is it could avoid infrastructure investment and also software purchasing costs. It also reduces maintenance costs, and there is no hassle from upgrading systems. Okay, and besides that, this doesn't require highly skilled people to run the application. Okay, and it can be used also as database from any place in the internet. And as you see here, these are the risks of cloud computing. Okay, the risks are network security risks, database and content security risks, lack of control and privacy, and also multiple server issues. Okay, I will pass the presentation to Mr. Umran.
As I have said before, the 3 scenarios that we have selected is the 2 GB, 4 GB, and 8 GB storage. Now, in these calculations, the relevant costs of wages, rent, electricity, water, internet, all these are assumed values, while the cloud computing subscription I've got it from the internet, the prices for the 2 GB, 4 GB, and 8 GB of Windows. Now, the subscription is at a constant because it is always the same price, but the others differ. And I have calculated the payback period, which is 1 year and 5 months for 2 GB storage of cloud computing. While the net profit value is 50,420, internal rate of return is 6,514%, while the profitability index is $664.42. Moving on to the 4 GB storage, as you can see, the cloud computing subscription will be higher than 2 GB for the 4 GB, while others are assumed, and the cloud computing subscription is a constant. And the interest rate is 10% and the discount rate is 10% for all these storages while I did the calculation. And the payback period for the 4 GB is 1 year and 3 months. It's 2 months less than 2 GB, but I still think this 4 GB will be more favorable for the university. Moving on, the net profit value for 4 GB is $46,223. Internal rate of return is 519%, which is slightly lower than 2 GB, but still I think 4 GB will be more suitable as it will require mass storage. And the profitability index for 4 GB is $49.55. 8 GB storage. When we look into 8 GB storage, as I have said before, all these costs are assumed values, while the subscription fee is from the internet, the pricing. And also for the 8 GB, the payback period is very low compared to 4 GB and 2 GB, which is 8 months. But still, I prefer 4 GB data storage for the university. And when we look for 8 GB's net profit value, it is $37,830. And the internal rate of return is 177%, while the profitability index is 14.9.
Sorry, what is your PR for the first scenario with the 2 GB?
It's 664.
Sorry?
664.
660. Profitability index.
Yeah.
600.
Moving on to the sensitivity analysis, as I said before, we believe that the IGS university should invest in 4 GB because the payback period is longer than 8 GB storage size, and the NPV net profit value is at a good value compared to other storage sizes, and the internal rate of return IRR is also in a better rate to reinvest in the future, and also the profitability index is favorable. And as I've said before, it is better to have 4 GB than 2 GB as universities will require more storage space. Moving on to the conclusion, we have understood that cloud computing is very important and it can be very useful to universities. And also it helps universities to avoid and cut down a lot of costs. And also it helps university stakeholders like even the college students and the lecturers and everyone to interact on the internet and access the database system. That's all. Thank you.